Hello there and good morning from Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Today is Wednesday the 12th of April and today should be the day where Valhalla reopens for the first time in 3 years. The reimagined Valhalla should begin its technical rehearsals today. It's about 10 to 9 now, so I'm here quite early. The waterfalls aren't on yet, but that could mean nothing. But yeah, today should be the day that Valhalla, the reimagined Valhalla, should start its technical rehearsals. And yeah, like nothing's guaranteed, but we're here and we can hope for the best. Valhalla closed at the end of the 2019 theme park season. It was supposed to be closed just throughout the whole 2020 season. Obviously a lot of stuff happened that year and delay after delay got caused, and let's be honest, it wasn't the park's fault. And yeah, it was going to reopen in 2021 and then it got pushed back to 2022, and then the 2022 opening just didn't happen and all went quiet. And yeah, the start of the 2020-23 season, things start looking exciting for it, and here we are on a day where it should finally be opening. I've been doing Valhalla updates ever since opening weekend 2020, and I once again want to thank every single person who has watched any of those, and yeah, it has been great to follow it. A bit frustrating at times, especially throughout 2021 and 22, where it felt like progress was very slow, but I stuck with it, kept doing the updates every time something changed, and there we go, here we are now. Hopefully this ride lives up to the 3-year wait that we've had to go through for it. And while I'm here somewhere quiet, I thought it's worth mentioning at some point. I'm not sure how much of this vlog will be filmed on the camera. Obviously, you know, something might be better to do with the phone anyway. Obviously, me having to put the camera away in like this waterproof bag thing before we get on the ride, where a phone is just quicker to whip out and take a quick shot. But anyone remember last year when the screen broke? Well, it's happened again, unfortunately, and it is what it is. So the camera is fully functional, but I cannot see the screen. The screen is not working. I can't see what I'm filming or taking a photo of, and that could be a problem. The only way I can now see how, like, what I'm filming, which I didn't use last time. I didn't even think to use this last time, and I'm going to use it today and then probably take it in the shop again, because, you know, this is a lot of hassle to do every single time I do a vlog. But today it'll be fine. I'm using the Canon Connect app, which is the app where I can take all my photos and videos off it and put it on my phone or something. And there's also a mode where you can do remote live shooting, where what you're filming pops up on your phone. So that is the only way I can see what I'm filming right now. My phone's right here, a little behind the scenes, and I just looked at my camera screen as if but yeah, there we go. You can see the phone screen there. It's a bit laggy, but it'll do, and that is the only way I can see what I'm filming. So throughout the majority of today, the majority of clips that I film, I'm going to have to get this out and connect it and just keep checking, making sure I'm shooting what I want to be shooting, basically, especially for when I'm taking photos and thumbnail photos and off-ride shots and whatnot. But yeah, after today I had to keep the camera for today to make the best quality video I can. All this has only been 3 years in the making. But yeah, it drains your battery really quickly, oh my god. So yeah, that's going to be an issue, but for now it'll do. I can see what I'm shooting through my phone, and it is what it is. But yeah, it's always in April as well. I'm not going to do any videos using this camera in April, actually. It was April when I. Anyways, for now, I'm going to do a few perimeter walks while the weather's nice, because I don't think it was forecast to be this nice, to be honest, but I'll take it. And yeah, just wait for Ben and whoever else we end up seeing throughout the day. Hopefully we see plenty fans of Pleasure Beach and Valhalla. But yeah, I thought I'd give a quick update on the camera situation. I haven't really posted about it or anything. There we have it. But yeah, back to Valhalla, because this is a longer segment than I wanted it to be. But yeah, there we go. See what I'm filming there. Alright then, I was perimeter walking, and obviously you come across this at, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it, opposite the Big Blue and Boulevard Hotel. There is an old gold mine car, and there is an old Valhalla boat. And yeah, wow, this has been here for a long time now, and we can just hope that we are getting in a Valhalla boat that has a slightly different design to this today. Because yeah, obviously the design has changed a little bit. I don't know, this one seems more colourful, but I don't know, I think I prefer the new one, you know. I think it looks cooler with like the dark and the, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, this was an old Valhalla boat, and honestly, hopefully this isn't the closest we're going to get to stepping inside a Valhalla boat today. We're on park, and this is on the phone by the way, and first things first, we've got to have a look what's happening up there, and it's not looking good from here at all. No waterfalls on or anything. Is it not good? What? 2 o'clock? 3 hours? It's not opening?
It's opening in about 3 hours, about what's dinner time.
Oh, that'll do. We'll keep our eye out then, thanks for letting us know. Let's still have a look, because there's still a few changes we've not seen since we were last here, since the last ever update, hopefully. There's people queuing already, which I don't blame them. I can't be bothered doing that myself, to be honest, as long as we're somewhat near the front. Yeah, but let's have a look. Alright, I'm back on the camera. They're still painting the Capes thing when it's meant to be opening in a couple of hours. Anyways, let's go through a few final updates that weren't here when I last did an update. This little design here, this little painting on Capes, well the Capes thing wasn't here at all. So that's interesting. I don't know how much that last clip filmed, because that's another problem with the camera. It likes to randomly stop recording. But yeah, Capes is there. There's a new sign there. Wow, this is zoomed in. And yeah, it's not started testing yet. They're just doing some finishing touches. Just speaking to someone here who's doing some paintwork on Capes, and said did a bit of work in there, so that was nice. And yeah, I think it's time to leave Valhalla for a bit, and like I said, keep hoping for 2 o'clock. Keep regularly checking out around here, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Alright then, it's really cold. We've done a few rides, but I'm not going to get into that because it's a Valhalla vlog. We've just done our dinner, and we've been informed that the Trough is now running. There's now water in the Trough, and yeah, the ride is awake pretty much. We haven't seen it, we haven't been there, but we got informed by Jake, who we saw earlier, so shout out to Jake. So yeah, we'll probably end up with a vlog after this, but we always come on Plodge Beach Express to finish our drinks off after our dinner. And yeah, as you can see behind me, I don't know if you noticed, we're on a green carriage at the back. There's normally a few purple ones behind us, isn't there? I don't know where they've gone, but yeah, they've disappeared. So the train's very short at the minute. Hopefully that's not a thing for the long term, because yeah, this ride can get busy when the park's busy. So, but yeah, the water's running. It's looking promising. 2 o'clock, fingers crossed. Yeah, so just under 2 hours now. But yeah, we'll head over there afterwards. Why is there a microwave on the floor next to me? Rather work. That wood's looking quite fresh though, I must say. Alright then, I'm being hit in the face with Ben's poncho. He's struggling to get it on. But yeah, we're in the queue. A sign has just been brought out stating that it's technical rehearsals. The ride's obviously not going to be perfect. We know that, not everyone else does. But yeah, beginning to get excited. The waterfalls are on! There we go! It's looking good with an hour to go. Does that mean testing's going to start? There we go. Ben's poncho keeps hitting it great.
Yeah, I've got
excited.
poncho on, guys.
Here we go, wow, Ray, before I join the rest of them again. There's the technical rehearsal side. And yeah, they're now on. Some people have been let in through what I guess is the speedy pass and easy pass queue. And yeah, we're still waiting here, but we'll see what happens. You should see them over there. But yeah, I don't know, they should open both of them at once, so we're thinking it looks like it's only a boat's worth of people that have been let through. So have they won a competition that no one knew about? I don't know, but yeah, 10 to 2 now. 2 o'clock is the rumoured time. Nothing's been confirmed by the park. Great communication. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Surely not much longer now. And yeah, like I say, there's been a lot of activity over the last hour. Is he here to let us in? No. It is, and I can't show you because I'm filming this on my phone. It's 2 o'clock now. 2 o'clock. Get it home. Get the damn thing going. Get the damn thing going. Come on. Another thing, hopefully at some point in the future they put some speakers around here, or at least there, where we can have the soundtrack playing dead loud in the area, because apparently it's been on. I've not heard it today. But yeah, like, it's definitely not on now, I'll tell you that. But yeah, they need to put the soundtrack on in the area, in the queue line, just everywhere, because it's a good soundtrack from what I've heard. And yeah, it should be around here, blasting out. The soundtrack is on in the station. You can barely hear it, but it's on. Like, that won't help. The fact that it's not out here won't help. But yeah, there's mist. That must be a good sign. It's on there as well. That's the first time I've seen it on full there. That is a good sign. The height chart's out. Are you tall enough then?
Yes. The height chart's out.
It's so funny. Your torch is on, by the way. Your phone torch. I thought I'd let you know, in case you didn't want it on. We've got a tweet from Pleasure Beach. If you can see it, that gives us so much information on when it's going to open. 25 to 3 now. But yeah, at least there's something. At least there's something there. Can't be much longer now. Everything's on, all the mist, all the waterfalls. And yeah, I think it's broken, I can't lie. Andy Highgate is just got us making a load of noise. This is a good sign.
We've been waiting an hour and 45 minutes here.
Security are here.
And many people have waited longer than that. This has been...
I know, yeah, let's get to it. Oh, we're in! We're in! It's just ended! I'm filming this queue line walk on the phone, but... Right, let's see how this goes. I'm not going to film the entire queue line. And, well, anything can happen. Anything can happen between us walking here now and getting on the ride, but we could say that Valhalla has begun its technical rehearsals. You alright, Chris? Hey, I'm having to miss out on a load of high fives here because I'm holding this, but I don't mind. There we go. Dean, come on, Dean! Hey. And the queue begins here. And yeah, the mist has gone off now. Well, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That's the least of our worries. It's very good to be this up close to the sign. That soundtrack is not on loud enough either. That, or my hearing is gone. But yeah, I don't know. Here we go. The new and improved Valhalla station. Look at this. I will get all this shot with my camera at some point. It's easy to just do it on my phone in a minute. Need to get time. We're in, Ben.
Yep.
The last time this ride operated was the day that we met in person for the first time. That's how long it's been. That is how long it's been. That is ridiculous. Wow. I don't remember what it looks like in here. What did this station used to look like? I don't even know. Anyways, we need to get on. See you in a bit. I can't believe this is happening. See you in a bit. Got a little bit of time to film because this boat seems to be taking its time. This station looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. Inside and out. Look at that. Yeah, the soundtrack though, it's got to be turned up, man. Like,
I know, I thought it'd be louder in here, but it's not.
The soundtrack is good, so it needs to be appreciated.
I didn't like it that much at first, but I really like it now.
It sounds better in the area than it does in the trailer today, but either way, it's happening. It is happening. We're on. New console there. It used to be up there. Wow, it's completely disappeared. Yeah. As you can tell, we've done it. The technical rehearsals for Valhalla have now begun, and we've just had our first ride on it. Yeah, quite close to the front of the queue, luckily. And yeah, there we go. That 3-year wait is all done. And yeah, you can definitely tell that it's not finished. But they obviously state that it's not finished. It's a technical rehearsal, the ride's running, and if you get effects working, you get effects working. There's visible effects there that aren't working. I think it's worth saying at this point, there's going to be spoilers, so yeah,
I've kind of
don't watch the next bit. But yeah, the start of the ride, really liked before the lift hill.
That was rubbish. The start of the ride was
yeah. They didn't get rid of the wolves that used to be there. They've stayed in the ride, which I'm quite happy about. Just need to keep checking my phone so I can see what I'm filming and if the camera's still rolling and stuff. But
it used to have a sound effect though, which was gone.
But that might just be stuff that isn't working, and like that is one big thing that I need to say. Like, there is not enough audio in there.
I thought the audio was way too quiet. Like, it was telling a story, but
I'm glad it's not just me. Yeah. There was a bit just after the first lift hill where it was telling a story about the afterlife, I think it said.
Yeah, and then you went into like a room of all lines.
You literally can't hear what they're saying, can't make out what they're saying properly. And
like
yeah,
the
that's
old
a shame.
audio was so loud, so much louder than
the old audio, you'd leave that first lift hill and you just have the old Valhalla soundtrack blasting out around that area. And that's another thing as well. There is not enough of that soundtrack in there. Like, the Notable Stranger must have put so much effort into that soundtrack for it to not be used inside the ride. Whether it's meant to be, I don't know. Whether it can be in the future, fingers crossed. But yeah, like I say, it's a technical rehearsal. Not everything's going to be working. I like the lights, some lighting effects in there. There was smoke, there was fake snow, a lot of cool stuff. Yeah,
even though you're only in there for about 10 seconds.
Oh yeah. And it feels like, I feel like, I don't know if it's because it's darker and there's not as much flashing lights anymore, but it feels like there's a lot of that ride where you go a lot slower. But I don't know, that might just be me. But yeah.
I thought some bits of it were a bit brighter than before, but like there were some bits of it that were quite dark, thinly lit. I'd say it was brighter lit than like the Person Vault Manor.
Yeah.
For the majority of it.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Like the lighting wasn't too bad, but like it's one of them that's very re-rideable. There's just a lot to take in.
And so yeah, back to what I was saying. I don't know whether it's the choice of clothing today. I'm not wearing jeans. I'm just wearing these like thin stuff, but I don't actually feel that wet, which is cool. How about you? Are you wet?
I mean, sort of, but not like. I was expecting to come off in this weather and feel like awful, but like
well,
I think the water vortex is a big part of it, because now that I think that's the main thing that's been.
I'm glad that's gone.
That's half of what got you wet.
It looks cool.
Don't get me wrong, you still get really wet, but not quite as wet.
Yeah, which I'm glad. I'm glad about, to be honest.
But the last drop is still an absolute soaker.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's it.
That's the double down, by the way.
The drainage in the boats doesn't feel like anything's improved there, unfortunately. But
no.
Like I say, everything we're saying now, these are just first thoughts on the first technical rehearsals. Things are going to change, things are going to improve, and yeah, we'll just see what happens. Yeah. That might be our only ride on it today because it's quite busy.
Yeah, I'm not that fussed about it.
Yeah, I would have liked to have given it another go, but we'll see what happens. Behind the barrel. Time to find out what's behind the barrel, guys.
Turn around! Turn around!
There's a turnaround. It used to turn around, and I'll put the footage on the screen if I can find it, from 2021 when it was tested. It used to go backwards there. Now it just spins you round. And yeah, it takes you forward down that drop instead of backwards. And then instead of having the turntable at the bottom of that drop, you just go straight into the ice stream. Also, the on-ride photo was on that drop after the barrel that used to be backwards and is now forward. That used to be on the last drop, the last double down, and it's probably in a better place there, to be honest, on the final double down, because that's a lot more intense than the one that is a soaker at the end of it. But yeah, I don't know if I've ever said publicly before, but I can never keep a straight face on them Valhalla drops, and this proves it. Had to get the photo. There I am at the front. Ben, unfortunately, it was quite rushed getting into like the boats. They were like rushing us, which was a shame. So Ben ended up in the middle, or just behind me. So that's unfortunate. But don't think you minded, did you?
No.
At the end of the day, got on it. But yeah, I always make that face on Valhalla, and nothing's changed 3 years later. But yeah, there we have it. Then yeah, it's straight into the ice room, no turntable or any of that. But yeah, you can really see the potential. You can really tell that it's not finished and that it is just a technical rehearsal. It's that queue on the exit bridge, like for fast track. Didn't think it would be there, it's so.
Easy Pass used to be there when.
But apparently, just been chatting to Joey. Nice to chat to you. Apparently it's gone down and the waterfalls have gone off, I forgot to mention. So yeah, not a good sign, not a good sign.
Didn't last very long.
No, what's Valhalla without a bit of downtime anyways? Nothing's changed, has it? But yeah, there is a lot of blank areas, a lot of areas where not much is going on. There is nowhere near enough audio than what there should be. And that includes like in and outside the ride, like around the area in the station, in the queue line, there should be the audio being blasted out. The audio where there was the storytelling about the afterlife needs to be louder, and yeah, that's it really. It just all needs to be a lot louder and just a lot more visible, not visible because it's sound, but you know what I mean. And that's it, because audio makes the experience, and that was a big part of the old Valhalla for me, when the old soundtrack was being blasted out. So yeah, hopefully we heard a little bit of it at the end, and that's the most I heard of the soundtrack in that ride, and even that was really quiet. Did you notice that?
What? The ending?
The soundtrack at the end.
That was a
That's all we heard from it, but yeah, hopefully the soundtrack gets released as well. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. It's early days, and yeah, I'm just going to have to keep coming to the park in clothing like this, and keep giving Valhalla a ride if it opens during its technical rehearsals period. Not sure if I said this as well, but you can also see a lot of effects that are just not working. Like, you can see an animatronic and you can tell like that should be working, and it wasn't, so it's what it is. Like, we'll see that working at some point, but yeah, that's it. A full complete Valhalla that completely works and is complete, will be amazing, and I can't wait to experience that at some point. It's probably going to be next month or June or something like that. I assume they'll just see how these technical rehearsals are going, and then they'll make some announcement on a grand opening, which will be on like a Wednesday or a Friday in May. So here for it. One of my favourite announcements on Valhalla: please do not lean forward on the next drop. Has been removed as well, but it's what it is. Yeah, there's not much warning at all. Like I say, just audio is very lacking in the and out of the ride, like I said, and hopefully that improves. But yeah, I think that's all there is to say. I'd say, to sum it up, everything I've already said. It's lacking in audio everywhere. There's a lot of dark spots, there's a lot of places where not much is happening because it's technical rehearsals. You can tell it's not complete, but you can also see the potential that it has when it is complete, and it will be back to being one of the best dark rides in the world once it is complete, and I can't wait to see that pretty much. So yeah, I guess that's not it for Valhalla content, because like I say, it's not complete, it's just technical rehearsals. We'll keep giving it a go, I'll keep updating you on how stuff's going, how close to completion it looks, and yeah, like with the audio as well, hopefully things change with that. But yeah, for now,
Time for
for now, I guess that it's time to wrap up this vlog review, and that's it. A long 3 years it's been. Yeah, a long journey, full of excitement, frustration and a bit of disappointment here and there with the progress of it, but it's here now, it's open. People have been on Valhalla, not many by the looks of it at the minute, but yeah, at least some people have got an evac cred on the opening day. But yeah, I guess it's best I don't ramble on for much longer, because everything there is to say has been said, I guess. Looking forward to it being complete. Stay tuned for future like updates or whatever of how it's going. I don't really know what I'm going to do myself, like whether I am going to continue the Valhalla update series or just keep mentioning it in vlogs or whatever. But so yeah, Ben's having a dance.
You don't get many bangers on TV radio these days.
Oh, I know, but yeah, there we go. Once again, have to thank everyone for watching and supporting all the updates over the past 3 years, and for watching this vlog as well. There we go. We're nearly at the end. We're not quite at the end because it's still technical rehearsals, but we're almost at the end of this journey that's took a lot longer than we ever imagined for this reimagining. But there it is. Well, it's not looking good at the moment, but so yeah, we've been on it, and yeah, for now, thank you very much for watching. Check out the screen see more. Let me know your thoughts on the reimagined Valhalla, and I'll see you in the next video, whenever that'll be.